So today is the full moon. So with that, I like to share some secrets I do during the full moon, and usually once in a month, right? But sometimes twice a month. And what I do is very simple, but it's super powerful technique, and I just love it because when I do this ceremony, it makes me more connected, makes me feel more connected to nature, and also appreciate the things, beautiful things in nature, and makes me more connected to the universe. What I do is, first, I like to really open myself to the moon. So I do breathing and meditate. It doesn't need to be long, even two minutes or so. It helps me to feel more connected. And I like to do outside and look up the moon. And I always write down when the full moon is and when the new moon is a full moon. I definitely write it on my schedule and I have everything ready. So with that, look at that. See, this is what I have. So what I do is I center myself. I breathe in and out from my nose, and then fingers, and get the energy from the moon. And when I do this, I started opening myself to the universe, to the moon. And then I empty my purse, okay? And then get the moon energy. And this also brings lots of prosperity. Like, oh, come on, thank you. And also give a little bit rest to the purse. Why not? This is hard-working thing. The purse is always filled with receipt and change and credit card and all that. Why not give a little bit rest? And then wrap it in a yellow fabric. Yellow means prosperity, so why not? And overnight resting, hey, why not? It's great. And then I light a candle, and then I write down things I want to get rid of. I want to say bye-bye and thank you. And why I'm going to write down, you can think about it, but it's like writing a grocery list. When you go to grocery store, it's more efficient and you don't miss things if you write down. Versus like, oh, okay, it's in my head. I'm gonna go to grocery store and there's something you miss, like, oh, I forgot to get lemon. Oh, I forgot to get a spinach. And you don't wanna do that. Just write down. And by writing down, you're releasing energy. And then we're gonna burn it. Okay? And then by burning, you're physically releasing the things you no longer need. It can be your thoughts, it can be your habit, it can be anything you don't want to have anymore. Let's say you tend to say, oh, I'm too busy, I'm not worth it, like I don't have a time. You can say, I no longer need to say I don't have a time, or I always feel so fortunate to have all the time I have in my life, or whatever you want to say it, and then burn it and then say goodbye. And the key point is when you say goodbye and burn it and say goodbye, don't go back there. Don't go back to the list. Don't go back to the thoughts, because the more you think about it, the more you go back there. And our brain, our thought travels so much faster than the first computer, the newest iPhone you have. And you want to break the habit, because the more you think about it, the more you create. The more you create the incident, you are just reinforcing that event. And can you imagine that what happened 5 years ago? Because something bothered you. When you think about it, does it bother you again? Or when you think about something you were not even thinking, like you're having a great day and all of a sudden you got a phone call from somebody and that was bad news. And all of a sudden everything goes there and you start feeling angry and anxious and everything goes there. The more you think about it, the more annoys you, and I don't want you to do that. So conscious release is important, and that's why the moon ceremony helps, because by doing this physically, you're releasing consciously no longer serve you, so that you can really open up yourself, open up the space, and create something you want to have. And it's such a great time.